guys, I wanted to give you some feedback. Oh, shucks, Max, sorry. I wanted to give you some feedback on the J. Manuel Beauty products that I hauled for you. Move the camera a little bit. That I hauled for you last week. I took 2 extra days with everything because if you read in the description of the haul video where I did the swatches, I won't be doing any swatches in this except for one product that I didn't swatch in the haul. So if you want to see swatches, definitely check out the haul. I will link it below. So yeah, I took some extra days because I got a crushed blush. You'd see that in the haul if you watched. And I didn't even get the bronzer that I ordered. It wasn't in my packaging. So I called HSN right after I taped that video or recorded that video, and they were really, really nice about it. They sent me a new blush and they sent me a new bronzer, and actually 2. So I went ahead and took 2 extra days to, you know, just really work with the products and see what I thought. There were 2 things that I really wasn't into, but overall, I really liked a lot of the stuff. But let me go ahead and start first with the eyeshadow. I think this is the eyeshadow. Now, I got the Intense Color Eyeshadow Quad and Crave, and this is part of a set. You got the, they call it the let's see, the lipstick, lip and eye pencil, and you also got the lipstick. Now I'm wearing the lipstick, but I'm going to start with the eyeshadow quad. I'll give you the close-up of that. And I got to tell you, I wasn't super impressed with this. This is one of the things out of the 2 things that I was telling you about that I wasn't like super impressed with. It was really nice. I'm wearing it on my eyes today, and it's just kind of, to me, in a word, kind of blah. I really, the matte shades on the bottom, I really like this blue. I'm wearing that on my eyes. I'm wearing the blue, the purple, and a little bit of the lighter shade, the kind of a champagne shimmery shade right in the beginning parts of my waterline. So yeah, I just wasn't overly impressed with that. In fact, you know, in future orders, I think the last thing I'll be interested in is eyeshadows. The purple is really, really gorgeous. It isn't just a plain flat purple. It's a shimmery purple with, you know, some really pretty colors incorporated in it, shimmer-wise. But yeah, I just, you know, I think it's kind of blah. And it's, when I look at my eyes, like every eye look I tried, when I looked at my eyes, I was like, yeah, it's okay. Nothing crazy. I have an eyeshadow base on underneath this, a MAC paint pot, a purple one, you know, just to deepen the color, and still it's just kind of blah. So I think these are okay, nothing, you know, super, super duper special, in my opinion. The next thing I'll tell you about is the Soft Focus Powder Blush. Now this is the whole blush. It's the shade Tease, and I did love it. I showed you a little bit of a swatch of it. It was crushed, and this is what it looks like all in one piece. It's a really, really pretty blush. It's pink. It has some gold in it. It kind of reminds me of NARS Orgasm that I can wear, because I can't wear the regular Orgasm. It's too light for me, but this is deeper pink and a deeper kind of shade overall, but it still has that same goldness in it. That is just really, really super pretty. And I'll do another swatch for you. I did a swatch with the broken one, but let me just show you on my finger how that looks. It's just a really, really pretty color. Hopefully that's focusing there. I think that's focusing. It's a really, really pretty pink, and it just looks beautiful. And that gold is a very subtle gold, but it's enough to really where you notice it, and it does really illuminate the cheeks in a nice way, I think. Next, let me tell you one of my favorite things out of all the things that I tried. It's definitely the foundation. This is good foundation. This is the shade Deep Filter 2. That was my match. In the haul, I swatched Deep Filter 1 and Deep Filter 2. Deep Filter 2 is definitely the shade for me. It is such a fantastic match for my shade, for my skin. I usually wear MAC NC50 for reference, if you haven't heard that 1,000 times before when I've done videos. I really love this foundation. I'm going to use this a lot more when it's fall, so you'll definitely see it in videos. This is definitely the type of video on a day that isn't over 90 degrees, like today, and I'm in a sunroom. I really wanted to wear it for you, but it's just, I would turn into a grease ball right before your eyes because I'm the full on and being over 90 degrees, and this is all windows all around. These are even bigger windows than what you see behind me. It just wouldn't have worked. I'd have been so uncomfortable and greasy. But what I will say is this worked fine for me in testing it over the week. I used a mattifying primer. The mattifying primer really, really helped. I used my Becca one day and I used my Lorac one day. I have the Lorac on now. I've been using that a lot. I use that when it's super hot, over 90 usually. But yeah, it worked just fine. I liked putting it on with a beauty blender, which sucks up product. And this just, I don't know, I get nervous because this is like less than 1 ounce. It's 0.89. So I liked putting it on with a beauty blender. I used it with a brush. I didn't like use, you use a lot of extra product when you use a brush and a beauty blender, but it just looked so, so beautiful. It looks like skin. And that's like one of the highest compliments I can give a foundation. It looks like skin. So definitely, if you're thinking about it and you know approximately like what color you think will work for you, even though they're good with their, returns and exchanges. Like I had to do an exchange for the blush. So they already shipped me the same day a new blush while I sent back the old blush. So that was really convenient. So yeah, I would definitely say the foundation and one other product here I would definitely say are the things to try. The next thing I'll talk to you about is, let's see, the powder. It's the Filter Finish Luxe powder. I have it in Deep Filter 1, and this was a fantastic powder because it is pretty humid. And it has been in the last week of testing this. This was a godsend that worked with the foundation. What I liked most about this powder is, besides the fact that it is a finely milled powder, it was good for touch-ups in that I didn't get a cakey face after touching up, which is so important when you're working with powders because you don't want that cake face. You want to be able to touch up I wanted to be able to touch up my T-zone without, having cakey pieces and, look very odd. But this is a really nice finely milled powder. And again, I got Deep Filter 1 and it was really, really nice to touch up. They don't give you anything to touch up with in here, so I had a little brush with me. Wait a second. Does this move up? I'm just making sure there's no room for anything under here because it looks like there would be. I might have missed a whole like little pad or something under here. Does this come up? I don't think it does. I have to work with that, so I may be wrong. Maybe this does come up and there's some room underneath here, but I carried a brush around with me and touched up that way, and it helped last. I would say if you want to know if you're a combination skin person like me, using the foundation with the powder, I usually put my makeup on around 7 a.m. and take it off at night, and I would say even in this heat, I touched up twice, which is pretty good. I touched up a little after lunchtime, like around 2, and then, in the early evening, like before dinner, and I, would take my makeup off. I usually take my makeup off around 9, something like that, 9, 10. So just, if you're thinking, I have combination skin too, how often did she have to touch up? And I know when my skin goes back to kind of dry and then normal, when it's fall and winter, I won't need to touch up at all with that foundation, I bet. This is the second product that I thought was the best out of everything that I tried. This is the J. Manuel Beauty Mascara in Noir. I showed you the applicator last week, or the wand, let's call it the wand, and I liked it best on the kind of volumizing setting, which the bristles, let's say, are closer together. Now this is a rubber wand, which is one of the things that sometimes people don't like. It's a rubber wand and it almost reminds me of Lash Blast, but there are more bristles here on the wand. I liked it in the volumizing setting, and I think I showed you last time that it does volumizing. I don't know if I can get it to focus. You'd think I'd get this together. Volumizing, that doesn't usually work, but volumizing, and then the other setting I'll show you elongates it, and that's really good for lengthening. What I like about this is I think that everybody is kind of in either camp, and this is going to satisfy both. I used it in the lengthening some days just to test it out, and I was very pleased with it. I at heart am a volume mascara girl, but I could see how both camps would be happy, which makes this very, very interesting mascara and something that I think will appeal to a lot of people. Because traditionally a lot of brands of mascara that I try, you know, they're either kind of geared to one group. And you can use it, most days I did it both ways. I did some volumizing and then lengthening, and then some days I did lengthening and then volumizing. I just like volumizing first and then lengthening. I don't know. That's going to be backwards for a lot of people, but this is fun to play with. And I think a lot of people are going to be happy just because you have something that there's going to be something you really, really like to do with this mascara. And then, you know, on certain days you can try something, change it up a little bit. So that's kind of fun. I think that is the second most, besides the foundation, that was the product I was the most impressed with. It just brought out lashes. You know, the best thing I can say about a mascara is it brought out lashes I didn't know I had. You know, it just brought layers and layers. You know, all the little ones that, you know, don't usually get included that are, you know, a little stubbier, it made them look good too. So that was good. I'm wearing the lipstick, and the lipstick that I have is called Love-Bite. And this is a really, really pretty pink, and I know when I swatched it, one of my friends emailed me, because when I swatched it, I'll show you, I'll swatch it again. She was like, are you going to be able to wear that? And I was like, yeah, because I have the best, for these kinds of colors, I'll show you, it's the tap swatch there. For these kinds of colors, I have the best lip liner ever. It is by Colourpop. I will list it below. It is by Colourpop, and it's a lip liner called BFF, and they have a couple of them. This is BFF 3 that I'm wearing, and it is a brown, and it just makes every lip color look all right. So that's what I use with this. But this shade is again called Love-Bite, and I really, really like the formula. I would definitely buy another lipstick from the brand. So the lipstick gets a definite thumbs up from me. I like this color, very, very moisturizing and not super duper shiny, which is cool, which you can, I think, kind of see. I put it on very lightly, and what I like about it is it lasts all day and looks great. The next thing that I will talk to you about is the gloss. Now the gloss is a gorgeous, gorgeous color. It reminded me, this is going way back, Robert Palmer, those videos he used to do with the girls and the red lips and the buns, hair buns. This is called Shameless, the lip gloss color, and this reminded me of those videos because that's what I felt I looked like. The lips are just, this is a super, super glossy lip gloss, very nice and opaque on the lips. I'm not too big of a fan of the paddle, because it's like a plastic paddle applicator, not a doe foot. I'm a doe foot girl. And so that was like a little bit of getting used to, but the color is gorgeous. So it's like one of those things where you're like, okay, I'm gonna work with this paddle because this color looks good. So I would definitely say the lip gloss is great. The lip and eye that I mentioned before, the lip and eye pencil in Hex, this is a really pretty chocolate brown, creamy, creamy liner. Now it's a bit dark for me to use on my lips, because it is a dark, dark brown, but it was wonderful on the eyes. I used it to rim around my eyes, and it was just fantastic. Now, I'm a black liner girl, so it was really interesting for me to use a brown liner all week, and I did, and I loved it, I must say. I used it today. It's a really nice deep brown. It's a creamy, creamy color that, you know, just really goes on smoothly and nicely. I had to sharpen it before I did this video because I had it down to a nub. I've sharpened it twice. So because it's so creamy, I think I might go through it kind of quick. But it is a really, really good lip and eye pencil. I think it'll definitely just be an eye pencil for me because it's too dark to be a lip liner for me. But it's nice that they say you could use it for both. It is nice. Okay, this is the other product that I really just didn't get into. This is the bronzer, and this is the deepest color they have, and it's called Sex on the Beach. It's the Filter Finish Collection Bronzer. So Sex on the Beach, let me give you a close-up of it because I didn't have it in the haul. I hadn't received it. It wasn't in my box. And they sent it out to me right away. I will do the swatch for you, and this is not I wouldn't say this is a totally matte bronzer, and it just, well, let me just show you the swatch. There it is right there. So it wasn't a great fit for me, definitely skin tone wise. I think had I had a deeper bronzer, I probably would have liked it because the consistency I could tell I liked. It has this kind of, when I say it's not a matte bronzer, it looks matte. You can't see like shimmers, particles in the pan and on the thing, but it definitely has a glow effect to it when you use it. I don't know how they did that. It's just, it's not a shimmer you can see, but on my face, when I put it on my face, I got a kind of a, almost a highlighting, highlight type shimmer. I don't know. But definitely not a good fit for me, and I think it's because the color wasn't deep enough. But consistency-wise, I think it's going to be good for somebody, you know, that is fairer than me. It should be fine for them. And I used a little bit of it today, and yeah, it almost looks, I was shimmering before I put highlighter on, and I have highlighter on now, but before I put it on, and it also, because of that, it also, if you're one of those people that are worried about your pores being highlighted almost, this kind of did that for me, and that's not something I like. So I think I like a truly, just for my personal preferences, I like a truly matte bronzer, and this came off a little bit different than what I'm used to, let's say. Skin color, color-wise, not deep enough, and you know, just that finish that it gave me. But I have an extra one, so we'll do a giveaway on that on Instagram this week. I love my Instagram giveaways. Last week I gave away that lipstick I told you about, the Extra MAC lipstick that I had in Tats from that collection, and I also got 2 palettes from Pure Minerals. They sent me, it's cute, it's a selfie palette, and they sent me one and an extra one, so I did a giveaway on that, and I mailed it out earlier today. So yeah, join me on Instagram if you like giveaways and stuff like that. I think they're a lot of fun. I always ask a silly question, and so it's really easy to enter. All you have to do is comment and be an Instagram follower, so that's cool. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this, and next time we're going to do Makeup Revolution, so look out for that. That'll be the brand we're digging into next time. So thanks again, like I said, for joining me, and I will talk to you very soon. Bye-bye.